Greetings, everyone. My name is Jaret and this is a podcast. It's called Jaret Goes to the Movies. Each week, we get together and talk about a movie that we watched that week, plus whatever the hell else is on our minds. And we're glad you're here. Yes, we are. And oh wait, I don't do the clip yet.
No, you don't do it.
No, I don't. So I was doing fine. That's right. We don't do the clip yet because we do it now when we start talking about the movie.
You're just changing the rules so you can break them.
That's Rebel. We had to explain to Everett during Pee-wee's Big Adventure what a rebel was multiple times.
What about a loner? Did he get that?
He didn't.
He pretty much figured that out. Yeah. He's telling the people he doesn't want to be with them, but I'm a loner. So actually, after the first time he said it, like it's during like that first part of the movie where like everything's happening and like I'm just taking notes like just a madman, and he's asking so many questions, and I go, it's like somebody who doesn't. They kind of play by their own. I don't know. And I just moved on, and then when they say it again, he just goes, "Okay, what's a rebel?" It's just like, I gotta, like, can we get to the bottom of this, please?
Still confused.
For the love of all things holy. Hi, everybody. My name's Jaret. Welcome to Jaret Goes to the Movies. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I see on our chat, by the way, we do this show live because we have cameras and a very expensive computer. And, but, and it's just, it's our closest friends watching us. So in the chat, Lucy Murray says, how did this end up on the schedule? Well, here's what happened. We got done with Mafia half year. And we basically started picking movies and stuff. And then the schedule got so fucking confusing because there's 2 vacations that are happening soon. Well, 3, I guess. No, it's 2 vacations with... Anyway, there's some people going on vacation. And then we started picking shit because Casey's mom is going to be on soon. On Friday, I believe, right?
Yes.
We're going to be doing Peggy Sue Got Married. That's her favorite movie. And she's very excited about this, and you guys are in for it. I mean, a lot of fun. Now, but anyway, so that's how... I don't really know how this happened, but anyway, we're doing Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I'm pretty sure it was Eric.
It was me, and I just wanted something light after watching 47 hours of Mafia movies.
That was a way shorter story.
Do you have
4 weeks.
Do you have anything light? How about early Hungarian cabinet making? Yeah, that'll do. So you, this was a good pick by you. I mean, and what a fun one too. We'll talk about that. I've tried. Let me just tell you guys what's going on with me. I miss taking my, I take a pill each day so that I don't get really bad heartburn, indigestion. And I skipped it for like 2 days because I didn't have it with my other medications, which the last time I didn't do this, I told my doctor, I was like, yeah, I forgot to take it for like 2 days. And he goes, you know what you should do? I keep all my medications together.
Life hack.
Yeah. And he goes, and then I just take them all at the same time. And I was like, well, you're a fucking doctor and I'm not. So don't come at me with this, just like this knowledge of just, medical school. What did you learn?
That's all you learned in medical school.
Yeah, keep your medications together.
Yeah, how are normal guys like me supposed to know something like that?
How am I supposed to?
Medications in the kitchen or the bathroom? That's a big debate.
100%. Yeah, that's it. So
which one?
Well, here's the thing. My medications that I take every day are in the bathroom, but the one I have missed is in the kitchen.
Oh,
because I haven't taken them in there.
I keep all mine by the coffee maker. That way, first thing in the morning, I make the coffee, and there's all the medicine, and I have to keep it out on the counter, and that's it.
Then you should put yours by that Coke pile in our bathroom.
Yeah, you're right. I should.
Wait, isn't that
every morning?
Yeah. That gets considered medicine.
Yeah.
You guys keep yours in the kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah. And I only know that because it's in the cabinet right next to the boxes of wine.
Right. You get a little bit too drunk, you go for the meds instead.
Is that Allegra? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah,
I could really use
Allegra.
some Flonase right now.
Ah, it's Allegra D. My blood pressure's acting up. Damn it. But anyway, so here's what's happening with me. I have this crazy. I took one, but it takes like a couple of days to kick back in. And then I took some Pepto, but I have this crazy, like nauseating heartburn right now. And I've had it like half this day. And it like, so everything hurts when it's like my chest is burning so fucking bad. So anyway, if I make it through this episode alive, you're welcome. I didn't call in sick. I could have called in sick. I didn't do that,
Jaret's gift to you.
That's right. With me as always is Eric.
Hey,
buddy.
Bri. Hey, Bri.
I feel like
Oh, no.
I feel like we just hung out yesterday because after the last show, me and you and Derek got on the FaceTime. And last time I looked at the clock, it was nearly 4:00.
That was about the time where I looked at the clock and thought, what time is this baby going to get up again? Oh, yeah. 7.
The next day was rough. In fact, the next day for me, I don't have a little baby, so it was a no-go. And my wife was amazing. She let me sleep. Then she ordered lunch. I got up, ate lunch, hung out with my child for about 45 minutes. And then she goes, "You want to go back to bed?" And I go, "Yeah, I do." And then I woke up to go to this birthday party that I was supposed to go to. And she goes, "You don't have to go to the birthday party. I'll take it."
Oh,
And I was just like, there's none more love this big in the world.
that
No.
is a unicorn right there.
That's what you said, right? You go, "How you doing, buddy?" I go, "It's not good over here. It is not good." And I go, but here's the thing. I slept all day. My wife fed me. I went back to bed. And then she told me I didn't have to do shit that night. And it was fucking great. I just, I got online and watched Scott Simons play a show and just sat there drinking like 6 Yetis full of water. And the next day I was better. So.
Yeah, I'm too old for that. But
Yeah.
once it started going and Derek was in rare form and it just.
Well, he had, so Amy was just saying, like, he had kind of like a shitty end of his week last week. And so he was just having a great time.
He needed it.
And Casey Fisher actually hung out for quite a while and he was just drinking water. So
Yeah,
that dude can hang and not drink. It's weird.
I would not have been able to do it.
No, because we were bumbling fucking idiots.
Oh, obnoxious and just remember when Derek wanted to see my lawnmower? He was really interested in my lawnmower.
See, what's hilarious about that is that the girls in this room, basically, they're not even surprised by that. That's just the thing.
No, he would do
Have
that
you
even
seen
if he
Derek's
wasn't drunk.
lawn?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I have. Yeah, we talked about it, but I wanted to show them my French cleat system that I'm putting up in my garage, and instead the lawnmower
Oh,
in the frame.
he was pretty impressed by the French cleat system, though, and I didn't even know what that is. It looks like
sounds dirty.
it's like a cobbler's bench or something for adults.
Okay.
And anyway, but it's really neat.
Yeah, it's fun to put together. So yeah, I was worthless, but had to be up and around and worthless, and that's the worst kind of worthless.
Yeah.
Everything, the coffee tasted gross and the water was gross. I just couldn't anymore.
Well,
But-
you I don't know. When you have a baby, it's one thing, but like I'm certain with Eller, again, he just doesn't understand. I mean, the baby, you can just kind of like nod and throw something on the floor, and fuck it, like you change their diaper a couple of times, and you feed them something, and then but it's like Eller, that he's like Everett. He needs some fucking attention, and he wants to talk about everything.
Yeah, which usually I don't mind. I mean, I've gone on record before. Like, I enjoy spending time with my children. That's one of the things that I do enjoy.
You don't have to fucking say that here. All of the parents here understand where you were on Saturday. You don't have to fucking sugarcoat it and think, okay, well, what if somebody from high school thinks I don't like my kids or whatever? People understand that you love your fucking kids. They also understand what it's like to be hungover as shit.
And listen to explanations of Minecraft videos for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
so
it's,
awful.
it's so funny too. Because I had a toy store when I was young, and there's very few things that I can't drown out. It's just a gift. I don't understand how I do it. And then my wife is super sensitive to all sounds. So
Fucking hate sounds. Don't like any of them. Want them to all go away.
people actually breathing is a whole thing. Hold on.
If they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, by the way, the first part of this podcast, you're going to need to pull from the video
He's so excited.
because I forgot to press record. Anyway, but I pressed it just now and we're fine. What were we talking about?
Breathing.
Breathing.
Sounds.
Yeah, that makes Casey, like somebody eating or breathing.
Yeah,
or,
just do it correctly and it won't piss me off.
But like you can hear someone from across a movie theater eating popcorn.
I can see somebody eating wrong at a fucking stoplight and hear it in my brain with all windows rolled up.
So see, my dogs have to have their chews while she takes her bath. And you know what? We've got a good system. Everything's fine. I can drown out almost anything except the voices of those motherfuckers that play Minecraft. The people on those videos that are just, I mean, it's, and I get it. That's why they have their attention. They just keep it because they just sit there like zombies watching them do this.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
I mean, it's Preston P. What's his face, right? What's his name?
Oh yeah, Preston plays.
Preston
something,
plays
right?
or something. Kid makes like $6 million a year.
We're not on that one yet.
No,
Nope.
we have the clothes.
I'd listen to people eat for $6 million a year.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is that a job?
No, he's the one doing the eating. He's
I know.
the
I was
one-
just thinking about like what my price would be.
I would
Oh.
listen to Ryan's toy reviews mother
Ugh, I don't know.
for 30 minutes a day
30
for
minutes.
$6 million
yeah.
a year.
We've already done that.
Is Eric is but it's back. Is Eric does Eller do Ryan's toy review yet?
You bet.
Yeah.
And every time I see this little jerk off, I'm like, Eller could do this 1,000 times better than this moron. Except Ryan has parents who want to go through all that, and I do not.
You little kid with glasses, fucking make some money off of them. Get him
Yeah.
on tape. Teach him how to dance.
That really, I mean, I sit there and I look at him and his personality and all that stuff, and I go, he is suited for this. Who is not suited for it is my lazy ass and Kelsey.
You're not
Okay,
going
I'll do it for a percentage.
Yeah. There you go.
Look, the
As long
thing
as he
is
doesn't
though,
breathe wrong.
is those parents were smart enough to just start putting it on the internet.
Yeah.
And I mean, at a time when nobody else was doing it, and then there was a time where he was the highest paid YouTuber, making something like upwards of $20 million a
Yeah.
year. And so now they've turned. Oh, what just happened there? That was weird.
Nothing.
Case Yant. And anyway, so they've turned it in now to where like when you watch it, it's a fake game show and they have guests and shit. It's
awful.
it's terrible. It really is.
I can't stand the voices.
Sean is over there behind the scenes, and Sean no talkie anymore. He's back to being silent Sean. Well, actually, he's East Coast Sean now, I believe. Is that right?
No, he's East Texas Sean.
Texas Sean, that's what it is. We got to make that stick.
Yeah, he's the ETS.
Oh.
No.
My lovely wife Casey is here. Hi, babe.
I mean, we already covered indigestion and lawnmowers. What else is there to?
No, there's plenty to cover.
Discuss.
You are fucking killing it on your garden and like keeping up with it. And then today I found out, I didn't realize this.
You're right. We didn't cover gardening.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
That's what the people want to hear.
No, I found this out today. It's a true story. Casey has kept a houseplant alive for almost a year.
Our anniversary. plant.
Whoa!
I'm so proud.
And now we've taken it to the next level. We have like 6 houseplants now. And then I have my little
Because I want
babies.
it to be a mass murder. You know,
When you just
I don't
kill
want
them
like
all,
just
right?
one measly plant die. I want it to be just
Next
fucking
week.
chaos. And
Yeah.
destruction.
Well, next, if we're like gone for a week and the
Yeah.
air conditioner goes out, fuck them.
Yep.
They're dead. That's it.
Oh, it's going to be a smelly house in my house.
Yeah.
If that happens.
Well, then, the dogs are going to be dead too. Probably the
they
dog
won't
sitter.
be there.
Oh,
They go to my parents' house.
no, I'm talking about mine.
Oh,
The
then
dog,
yeah, that's going to be
dog
awful.
sitter's just dead on the couch.
Ugh.
What? Really?
Yeah, you poison them with that tea. That's what happens.
God, let's not talk about that.
Let's not. Okay, so anyway, we're all here, and of course, the lovely Amy Pittsinger is here. Everybody,
Oh, thanks, guys.
back in. sitting in with us so that it's not so lonely in here. I'm so lonely. We watched Team America a few weeks ago.
Oh man.
And
Sort of.
Yeah. And that was a big night. Yeah, some of us didn't get to. It was just a fucking wacky night. I can't believe we didn't give up, at the
Same.
Yeah, but we didn't. We persevered.
We powered through it.
So we're going to talk about Pee-wee's Big Adventure this evening, and I'm super excited about that. This is a good pick, Eric.
Thank you.
Very, very proud of you for this.
I want people to know that I am willing to put up those childhood movies that I enjoyed up to today's scrutiny, just like people do for their shithole movies that we have to. So I'm willing to do that.
Right. Well, you're a good man. Hold on.
Am I a hero? I don't know. History will decide.
Some might say that you are. Our podcast is 100% funded by our Patreon subscribers, and it's super easy to do. You just get on patreon.com and find Jaret Goes to the Movies. $1 a month gets you to be a part of the winning team. You can go all the way up to $50 a month, which gets you on our little game show we like to call 5 Questions. And $20 a month gets you some other shit. Your name will be mentioned each and every episode. $10 a month gets you some stuff. $35, you can submit reviews. It's a lot of fun. We love to play along, and most of the people who you meet on our chat are also supporters. And as you know, they're cool as shit. So you should do it too. This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. I want to thank all of our producers, Ad Craner, Amy Pitzinger, who's right over there, Andy Smith, Ashley C., Brian Mason, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway. By the way, your husband stopped me the other day and goes, "What? She gives you $20 a month?" And I go, "Yeah, for like 2.5 years."
Yeah, for a long time there, bro.
Brian Mason, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris Cranfill, Chris Holt, Chris Jacobs, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Murray, Derek Smith, Diane Small, Don Petretta, Emily Parnell, Gage Strickland, Gareth Roberts, Geraldine Darling, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Her Behind, Her Behind, Jared Spear, Jason Ellsworth, Jeff Yeager, Jen Truitt Lewis. Sorry, Jen Truitt Lewis. I'm still laughing about Her Behind. Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Josh Millman, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, Les Zaldor Zalewski, Lily Hollyhan, Lisa Winsel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Robert Mays, Rob Popplestone, Sean Blackstone, Sean Berger, Steve May, Tess Green, Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Croft, Woody Chambers, Zachary Van Hess, and Svi Hurst. Give it up for all of our amazing supporters. We are going to talk about the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but before we do that, we do have I will be able to share this, actually, if I just go share screen.
Just press
this thing. Yes, I'm going to do this now. Okay.
Click here.
Yes, and then I'll just click on this thing. Here's Vinny Cataldo with his movie review from Behind the Kit.
Hey guys, a little new setup here, but I'm going to do my review of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I mean, first of all, can we talk about Paul Rubens playing the man for the longest time? And he's still freaking funny. I watched this movie a lot growing up, and it was just one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, I grew up with a Pee-wee's Playhouse, and that still holds a place in my heart. But, it's just funny to see the man play him still, and he was, anybody who's seen Raw, he was on there. Try to make a joke, but I can't, so I'll just do this.
Hey, there it is.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.
Vinny Cataldo, everybody. Very good. I agree. It's a terrific motion picture.
How did Vinny grow up with Pee-wee's Playhouse? That came out before he was born.
I think
was it on Netflix?
Well, I think
I saw it on YouTube.
his dad gets him into a bunch of shit because it's also like why he listens to Rush and things like that. Like I think his dad is like a cool dude, and they like share and shit. Or you could just ask him; he's on the chat.
That was kind of a rhetorical kind of question for everyone, and I know that he'll say something.
Don't use big words on here. I've told you about this, and I just don't understand why you continue to do it. And it's just.
Well, I'm just trying to be punctilious.
He goes, it's called watching it on DVD, Eric. And I'm like fucking 48. And I'm like, the fuck is a DVD?
That's had a good stint.
I legit just threw away a DVD player during the move. Like, who's going to need this piece of shit? And if I want one, I can get one for $4 on Amazon.
We had the conversation yesterday. I was just like, can I maybe put these DVDs somewhere so I can put my shoes on the shoe shelf? Since these DVDs have been sitting here for 7 years.
Yeah, what do you do with them?
Well, we actually watched one the other night.
No, we didn't watch it. We tried to watch it. It didn't work. Our remote is still broken, and we just rented it on Amazon.
That is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened.
And it's still fucking broken.
Not broken, reprogrammed. Derek did some shit to try to make it to where we could pause.
It's super cool because now we can only do the volume on Jaret's phone.
So they text me to say, hey, will you turn the TV down?
And then like 5 seconds later, be like, a little more.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure, 1985. Guys, that was a good year, right?
I think so.
Adventure comedy, an hour and 31 minutes of pure greatness. Oh, I'm so sorry for the yawning, guys. 7 out of 10 on IMDb and 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is super high for a silly movie, actually. Budget $7 million, box office 41 million. So this one, as you know, has been super successful. Now, here we go.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
Now, so this is one of your childhood movies, so you obviously knew what the synopsis or what this was about. So just go ahead.
In fact, as we went through watching the movie, I could remember every character's name. I'm like, oh, that's Tina. She's about to walk us through the Alamo. I mean, I know everything about this movie.
Right. Well, go ahead and give us the actual synopsis, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. When an eccentric man-child, Pee-wee Herman, gets his beloved bike stolen in broad daylight, he sets out across the United States on the adventure of his life.
Now, the thing is I watched this and I laughed out loud the entire movie. My son laughed. My wife shook her head some. So I'm curious to know, Casey, did you watch this movie when you were a kid?
No, I thought I did. I didn't.
Yeah. So there are no memories or anything.
No, I recognize things. Like I know the tequila thing and I know the ear thing.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is about it. I watched pretty much to the dinosaur thing, maybe the Alamo. And then I just kind of came back in. I was like, wait, they made a movie about his life? That's about where I'm at.
Yeah. That's pretty much what happened.
So I was going to pick up on it with the clips.
So we won't talk to you a clip 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
Well, she also got up and went out to her garden or whatever at one point, and I was just like, well, we lost her on that deal.
Yeah. Don't even remember doing that. Just must have just went on autopilot. Like my brain was just like fucking like flight.
Amy, did you watch this one as a kid?
No.
So had you seen it before?
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
First time today.
Did you watch it by yourself?
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm sad that I did because the whole time, this is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. Why do people think it's funny? I should have watched this as a kid. I probably would have thought it was funny. And then Derek comes in as I'm eating my lunch.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes left of the movie. He is crying in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't you come watch this with me?
Right.
This would have been more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I laugh at his little cackle.
Yeah. That's just it. It's like Casey likes to watch me or hang with me while I watch The Office. So, because she knows when the funny stuff's coming up, whatever. So he's familiar with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, obviously, and had seen it or whatever. Yeah,
I wish that I watched it with him or his dad. My father-in-law is so fun to watch funny movies with.
You were saying.
Oh my gosh. a great laugh.
I now that you've seen it though, I let the kids give it a chance. I think you'll be surprised.
I asked them if they wanted to watch it with me, and they said, "Well, what is it?" And I said, "This guy loses his bike, and he goes on this great adventure to get it back." And they were like, "No." I'm just gonna FaceTime Everett.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like trying to watch like a movie that's like stupid funny with a child that has lots of questions. It's like it's hard to like give him deep meanings for shit that doesn't make any sense.
And
like
Henry
if he
has
wants
a question
to know,
about everything.
Well, so does Everett. And
that's what, Everett does that.
And in fact, it like kind of gets to that point where you start to feel bad for going, dude.
Yeah.
You can either watch or you can go.
Yeah.
upstairs.
What are you, a first grader? Shut up.
Well, he kept saying like this, that Peewee was like, we'll get into that in a second. Eric, how about you, buddy? Obviously you picked this movie. Had you seen it in a while?
No, it had been a really, probably since I was a kid. I don't recall having seen it even as a teenager or, adult. I begged Eller to come watch it with me, and he just wanted to play Firefox 3000 on the Switch, or I don't fucking know what it was.
Right.
Something about a fox, Fox and Jacobs. I don't know. But it was, but yeah, I was like, man, buddy, come in and watch this. And that was not happening.
No.
So, I don't know. It's just not badass enough for kids. Like, there's not enough going on.
Graphics.
I think Everett liked it. Right? Would you say?
Yeah, totally. No, he did. He liked it.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
I'll give
He was in the garden.
I wrote down some of his comments that I'll give you throughout the movie. Sean, before we carry on, I just got to know what you thought about this.
Saw it years ago, right after it came out. Hadn't seen it since. Didn't really care for it. He annoyed me a lot.
And there you have it.
So the chat rooms that someone put, does anyone remember the Pee-wee did a comedy special on HBO? It was a lot dirtier than the Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing that, and I think I thought this was going to be like one of those movies that was like for adults, but like kids didn't know
that was
it.
his thing. Yeah, so
but I think that I remembered seeing that and not this.
So he did an HBO special back in the day, and it was really raunchy. And then he's in 2 or 3 Cheech and Chong movies as well.
Yeah, which I had to have seen.
And
those.
yeah, and so but yeah, and then he obviously started to develop this whole character for kids, and it worked. Obviously,
I can 1000% understand somebody watching this for the first time as an adult. I mean, this is fucking annoying and stupid. I mean, even just the way I watched it, like as a parent and as an adult, I was annoyed by some parts of it. I still liked it, of course, but I probably still liked it because I liked it as a kid. It was a huge part of me and my brothers, growing up. But yeah, totally understand not loving it as an adult, especially the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
It wasn't worse than watching Neverending Story for the first time as an adult.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like it's the same Neverending Story thing.
I think that was worse.
It was the weirdest shit.
Oh my God. Creepy dragon and the sinking fucking kid. I don't know.
I loved it as a kid, but watching it as an adult was weird.
Never seeing it in my life and then watching it as an adult with no like attachment at all. There's no nostalgia at all. I was just like, how is this one of the biggest movies of all time?
That was me today.
This is pretty interesting. Our friend Kurt Fletcher, who's a stand-up comedian, says that he heard that he stole the whole idea from Andy Kaufman, which would
make sense.
Kind of make sense that it was like this kids thing for adults or whatever, which is, like the John Mulaney thing that we watched and you just couldn't do it, right?
No, I couldn't do it with Everett. It wasn't dumbed down enough for where he didn't notice. It was like, let's talk about your grandpa being dead.
That's right. We had to stop. We had to
not.
stop with that thing. Yeah, I think we thought it was actually for kids. It was not.
Well, it was. We kind of thought it would be one of those things where it'd be like over his head jokes, but he was like, why does the grandma have a new boyfriend? It was like,
yeah,
it's really.
It was really fucking funny though, the parts that we were watching. All right, guys, let's dive into Pee-wee's Big Adventure. We're super glad you guys are here and watching along with us, and enjoy said first clip.
Morning, Pee-wee.
Look, Francis.
Today is my birthday, and my father said I can have anything I want.
Good for you and your father.
So guess what I want? A new brain. No, your bike. Oh, what's so funny, Peewee?
It's not for sale, Francis.
My father says everything's negotiable, Peewee.
I wouldn't sell my bike for all the money in the world. Not for $100 billion, million, trillion dollars.
Then you're crazy.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? Infinity.
No, I'm not. You
are.
are. No way. Knock it off. Cut it out. Oh, shut up, Peewee.
Why don't you make me?
Why don't you make me?
Because I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
Oh, Peewee, listen to reason. Oh, come on.
Listen to reason.
Peewee.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Remember the first time I saw your bike? You were riding past my house and I came running out to tell you how much I liked it even way back then?
I love that story.
You'll be sorry, Pee-wee Herman.
Oh man, terrifying there, Francis. So many things from the start of this movie that I mean, I just first of all, the movie starts out, and I said I would fill you guys in with some of Everett's thoughts. And the first scene, of course, is him in the dream, and he's riding around, but Everett's trying to figure out if he's actually in a dream, and so he's going, oh, okay, well, Dad, he's on a bike. He is not being safe. He is not wearing a helmet, and he keeps looking back. Those are both really dangerous. and he goes, okay, well, he's just in a dream or whatever. And he starts to figure out he's in a dream. But just from the moment that he wakes up and he just the bunny slippers or whatever, and just everything's, just for that whole opening breakfast scene with all of that, it just made me so happy. It took all of my bad thoughts and turned them into good thoughts.
So it made me happy too. It was also annoying a little bit, but watching it as an adult, I couldn't figure out, is Peewee like independently wealthy in the movie? He doesn't have a job, or we don't know what his job is, because he's got a lot of shit and a lot of things going on in that house to just be a normal middle-aged man.
I feel like he's not mentally able to make his own breakfast, and so someone just had to come in and build him a system.
Set that. Well, Everett's like, where did all the rest of the pancakes go? He goes, there's more than one because they were stuck to the ceiling, right, Dad? And I'm like, yeah, buddy, I always just let that one go. Yep. There's also, he only takes 2 bites of Mr. T cereal, and that's the end of all of that. But there's eggs and other things. Mr. Breakfast. There's so much that he
That's so do. Good, and I don't like it.
I mean,
yeah, you get to leave this house, Amy.
I'm laughing. I was already laughing when he gets up but Everett just goes, Dad, is he like a little child? So I go, man, how am I going to explain this? Because that you're right. I mean, the guy's got his own house and just the best yard art ever.
Maybe it's just like all Disney Channel shows. Maybe his parents just weren't home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, I don't think that. I think he's living on his own. Maybe he actually won the Tour de France in on that bike.
I feel like a prequel mockumentary would be really good for this movie.
That would be
really
like
good.
how he got there.
That kid that played like young Sheldon.
Yes,
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, or you could just have Peewee play it. He plays a little boy anyway. So
he is very old now.
He is.
How old is he?
I don't know, but he looks all wrinkled up. I saw his Instagram today.
They just cake it on.
He's on Cameo. Anybody?
Oh, that's
does he
fun.
do it as Peewee?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. So the whole breakfast thing I used to love as a kid, and then and I guess not really. I mean, I was 12, but this movie was on one of those ones. It was just on cable all the time. But then just like the shit that that dude does in the mirror is like, that's me. Like that is what, like the whole brushing his teeth, Mad Dog, and like, I mean, that was me. And then but before he starts the taping of his face, though, it's the funniest little subtle thing that I had never noticed before, but he starts to walk away and then he looks back and sort of catches himself in the mirror and he's like, oh, okay. Well, then he turns his nose up at himself and that starts the tape thing. Oh my God. So
that
funny.
was the first time that I laughed out loud for sure.
And then, so my son could not get past this fortune coming out of the scale where it says, do not leave the house. And so he just kept going. Okay, so he's not going to leave the house, right? Because the thing said not to leave the house or whatever. So as he's getting his bike even later on, he's like, is he, Dad, he's not supposed to, is something bad's going to, this is why he loses his bike, isn't it, Dad?
Did you try to explain the subtleties of foreshadowing to him, or
we didn't get into that? No,
he's a genius.
We're not quite there yet.
Oh man, but just Mr. T cereal just made me just so happy.
Yeah, he would have thought that was funny if he knew who the fuck Mr. T was.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And us too, when he does Mr. Crabtree or whatever, like that, where he waters his lawn, that thing was called like Willy Wiggle or something like that. Like that, they used to actually make things to put on the end of your sprinklers so that kids could run through.
They still have this.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they like their little arms.
Yeah, they're like,
those are fun.
That's still a thing.
Yeah, well, I thought we just turned the sprinklers on now.
We didn't even have that. My mom would like throw me a birthday party and it'd be August. Fucking hot in Texas, 110 degrees, and it'd be like luau themed, and we'd be like, everybody be wearing grass skirts, and it was outside, and you weren't really supposed to come inside, and we just had one of those sprinklers that was just like,
yeah,
and then that was it, just getting your fucking feet eaten by ants. You're just sweating like luau. Didn't even have a fun wiggly one.
Playing in the sprinkler was a big deal.
Oh yeah, that was a big time.
Really, really big.
I've just given Everett the hose and sent him in the backyard, and he's happy as can be.
Yeah. Yeah, he's well now, like even making water balloons, they've made that easy,
Oh,
like,
that's the best.
I mean,
it is. Whoever thought of that deserves $1 trillion a year for the rest of their life.
They made it actually. I think that.
Oh yeah, and they're expensive, but everyone's willing to pay for them.
The company, like the person that I actually feel like I used to know the story, but yes, it's some lady that came up with the idea, and yeah, it got bought instantly from Whammo or whoever, and she made all of the money.
When they can't tie his shoes, there's no way I would be able to show him how to tie a water balloon.
When they first, oh God, I know. Right. When they first came out, they were like $14 for a pack that had 100 in them or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they started making the 300 packs.
Yeah.
Right, like the big ones.
Oh sure, yeah.
But I went to Kroger one day, like whenever they had first come out. I don't even know how this happened. They were in the back, and it was like towards the end of summer.
Into the first summer.
But Texas, we used to have plenty of time, and they were on sale for $1.99. Like somebody had fucked up, right?
Whoops.
And I bought all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna need another car.
Yeah. We had like 3,000 fucking water balloons, and I mean, like when I was checking out, you can see the lady like, okay, like this is weird. And I think we just probably used the last
we did.
one.
Yeah, we actually brought one pack over to your house, I think, recently, and that was like end of them. We haven't bought them since. Crazy.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they have really improved. Well, water guns too. Actually, this is true. The other day at y'all's house, somebody brought me like an old school water gun, like the kind with the little plastic little thing that goes in the bottom. And
I've got a few of those.
I just picked it up and shot my kid in the face. And I was like, holy shit, this thing is, I forgot how good these things work.
They're great.
Yeah, it works really great. But, now they've got super soakers and water guns that don't look like water guns and,
Super Soaker Max Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they're not even called water guns now, right?
You're not allowed to call them guns. Everything's
like water
a blaster.
shooters.
Blaster.
Yeah. All Nerf guns are Nerf blasters. Everything's a blaster.
Well, and now they're so giant, you fill them up and it weighs as much as the child.
Yeah.
Trying to like haul it around.
I don't understand. Like, do you think the kids like just don't know it's a gun since they call it a blaster?
It's a blaster.
My kids are like, this one's a pistol, this one's a rifle.
Yeah, exactly. I never got like one that's like bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
He has to do his piano lessons online now, and so we just have it set up in his room, a little keyboard, and a little thing for my laptop, so his teacher can see him. And he's got like a Nerf like wall, it's like an arsenal of stuff, and you can just like see the concern on this man's face, like,
yeah,
got a lot of Nerf guns, huh?
Welcome to Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, man, I remember actually when I built that Nerf wall, I didn't realize how many he had.
They don't fit.
And what?
They don't even all fit.
Yeah, they don't even. But I didn't realize that he literally has a Nerf gun for every occasion. There's like these little one shooters. There's these ones that shoot 1,000. There's like ones that shoot two at a time. You know, some of them that he gets you with these ones sometimes from upstairs, and they whistle.
Oh, those are
so
fun.
you hear them coming at you, and you don't know where from or what. It's just like
hit the deck.
It's just like seeing a red dot. Like
yeah. Yeah. So so during 5 questions, Jason Ellsworth brings up something super cool that I probably would have went past just because I was like thinking I didn't really know if anybody would remember, but you know, BMX bikes just used to be the thing. I mean, that's what everybody did. And you just always like, I'd buy magazines with those dudes that are in the shop, you know, wearing that shit. But he sees those dudes doing the tricks or whatever in the park. And I start to tell Everett, I'm like, hey, watch this. And I thought he did some like crazy shit on there. I was imagining him standing up on it and all that. But then I realized that's Kermit, in one of the Muppet movies.
Oh,
and no, that's not what happens. He hits the curb and Everett just looks up at me and goes, is that the trick you wanted me to sing down? The trick thing? Yeah, I'm like, but
you can't tell him that something's coming up. We were watching Maleficent the other day, and I was like, okay, this part's kind of sad because if he can handle scary but sad stuff, like he'll just lose it and be like, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's sad. Like he can't do it.
Yeah.
So spoiler, they chop off her wings. And I was like, this part's kind of sad. So I was just preparing him. That isn't sad to him, like someone losing their mom sad. So like for everything, is this the sad part? Is that the sad part? And I'm like, the sad part was when she was screaming.
Yeah.
So they ripped her wings out. And he's like, he couldn't do it. But that was the same. Is that the trick? Is that the trick?
I was glad you guys told us about that movie, by the way.
Did you like it?
Yeah. But you had mentioned it, that you liked it. And then Ashley said that Vaden really liked it.
Yep.
Eric, have you guys seen Maleficent?
No, we talked about that on Friday. I couldn't figure out. I for some reason thought that was already a movie, but it's on Disney Plus or something.
No, the new one is on Disney Plus. You have to go back to Amazon to see the first one, but man, it is a really good movie.
It's a great movie. Henry could not handle it though.
Yeah. It's I think because it was scary or
because of the death. He's not comfortable with fighting and blood and dying.
Sure.
He's like, Mom, I don't want to watch this dying movie.
Right.
And it's in the opening scene.
Movie.
Yeah. No more dying movies. I get it.
So rumor has it that briefly Brad Pitt was dating the girl that played the young Angelina Jolie.
No way.
Yeah, she's like in her early 20s and they had been like seen out and I was like, what a
recently?
Yeah. I'm like, what a like post-divorce flex. Like, you know, like literally like just to date the woman that like plays
I think I remember
the younger version of your wife. Oh, so good. It's so good. It's awful. And like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if we were divorced and I was an actress and something that happened, like, I mean, I just have to like slow clap. Like, you fucking win. You win.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good move.
It'd be like, you know, us getting a divorce and you going out with the guy from Water Parks.
With the pink hair?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. He's kind of silly, you know, like me. A little silly. You know?
I don't know.
What is Water Parks?
It's a band.
Yeah, it's also a thing that you go to, you know, and when you're a kid and you slide
Not
down
anymore.
shit. Yeah. They don't have those anymore.
Well, they're just not open.
Oh, COVID. Yeah.
Get Band-Aids in your mouth.
All right. So
pink eye.
I always got the joke of the largest bike chain ever when it's coming out of the thing. And Everett just looks up and literal Everett just goes, that couldn't all fit in there. You know, I'm like, well, God damn it. No, it couldn't.
Yeah, well, I took him to see Mary Poppins. Imagine that shit storm.
But I always loved the magic shop, man. The Mario stocking up on supplies or whatever when he goes in and he just.
Well, you liked the magic stuff, right?
I loved magic stuff when I was like, in fact, I love it because Everett gets into it. Every once in a while, he'll learn a magic trick online or whatever. And that was my thing during the summer. I'd go to the library and I'd rent, you know, or check out however many library books you could get. We didn't have YouTube. I had to actually read to do the tricks. I always really liked magic, but I've always been really intrigued by magic shops and things like that, and like jokes and tricks. So when I had my toy store, I always had sections of that. But love this one though because the boomerang tie, but of course the big ear. What? That was both terrible. And
you do that all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a big one for me.
That's
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, shit.
That is something Jaret says.
Thank you, computer.
We need a name for the computer. That should be the computer's voice, like in old 90s.
That's a good idea.
That is a really good idea, dude. And that could be
No problem, dude.
You could be no, I was talking to him.
Dude, bro.
Yeah, dude, bro. Dude, no. I call my mom dude. So Dottie comes into play here and
laying it on thick.
Right. She's ready to rock, right? Now, I instantly saw this and remembered that I had already seen her boobies in the movie Valley Girl. And I couldn't get past it.
Were they good boobies?
Yes.
Oh.
Good enough that he felt the need to text message me and Sean earlier today.
I did. I sent him a link. I go, just remember this. So I go, what did I say? I go, never forget.
Yes. Hashtag never forget, which makes it more.
You saw Tommy Pickles' boobs.
That's right. See, I didn't. Now I hadn't put that together till you said this.
Oh,
but
Derek said that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's Tommy Pickles from
Rugrats. She's the voice of Tommy.
Yeah,
she's done a lot of voice work.
Yeah.
If you listen to her voice through this thing, you'll hear it. But it's great. Even Everett, like I told him, he's like, "What?" Then he heard. He was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. So the but here's the first time that I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel, and you knew that line. You were like, "Oh, is that where this comes from?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they actually do that throughout the movie here." And so yeah, bike is stolen, guys.
My
and
mom
it's
said
so
she's seen
sad.
Dottie drunk as shit in Dallas, and she was with Mary Lee Thomas.
No kidding. Who is that?
I don't know.
Maylee Thomas. She's a singer.
Mary Thomas. Duh. I know who Maylee is.
No
They own
shit.
that Guitar Sanctuary in McKinney.
Oh, neat. That's fun. Now, so he goes to the police and he realizes that Francis tries to buy the bike. And so when he tracks Francis down, he's in the biggest bathtub the world has ever seen.
On the second floor of the house.
Yeah. Just
how
does
that work?
Surely that's a real thing, right? They didn't just come up with that, right? I mean, like there has to be like, I mean, if it's not a bath, what is it? Maybe it's just like an indoor pool or something.
I mean,
giant faucet.
Yeah, some bathtub has to be the world's biggest bathtub.
What
so,
if I put a giant faucet on my pool?
See, it would be the
on the
biggest.
top wall.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
You know what I bet that is? I bet you it's one of those things where it's an infinity pool because rich people have those where you can do laps, but you don't go anywhere. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, forever. Yeah, you turn around.
Yeah, you just well, I guess it's not laps, is it? You swim, but you don't go anywhere. Like
There's stays.
It's a treadmill.
I'm gonna go do 50 stays.
50 stays and stay and puts.
World's biggest bathtub is 25 feet high, 12 feet wide, and 72 feet long.
Goodness gracious.
Cost $118,000. That doesn't seem unreasonable.
Where is it?
No, it costs $118,000 a bath.
Oh.
For one ticket.
Got it.
No, where is it? It's at Francis's house.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yep.
Francis.
That's what it says. Francis.
Francis.
South Virginia.
And
It's gonna be somewhere weird. I can feel it.
well, anyway, then he offers him the gum, and it's hilarious. I like trick gum. It's a good thing.
No, I wish I could get my hands on some of that to this day.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just to see how mad the old man got about it.
yeah.
You know,
His was like some kind of spicy
Well, that
thing or
was-
something, right? Like his
Well,
did it.
that was some story.
Stop it. Stop it. Sorry, guys. Just yelled at my computer real quick. But yeah, I'll get you some fake gum, buddy.
okay,
I'll keep that in mind. You got it?
you bet. Next time you go to the magic shop, if you'll pick me up some.
Done. Happening.
Well, that was some story, Peewee. And with the kind of reward money you're offering, I'm sure a lot of our listeners will be out looking.
Oh, my name's engraved in back of the seat. That's Pee-wee Herman. P-E-E.
That does it. He just won't let up. I changed my mind. I don't want the stupid bike anymore.
Well, a deal's a deal. So fork over my money for lifting it for you, bucks ton.
Here, and take the bike with you. Just get rid of it.
That'll cost you extra. See you later, sucker.
Good night, buddy. I love you.
In what year is this all supposed to take place?
1985.
I can't figure it out.
What do you mean?
There's so many older cars, and then this kid's dressed like Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley.
That's
Yeah.
good. The cars on the highway were really old.
Yes. What? I couldn't. Is it just supposed to be some unspecified time in the present or future or past?
Maybe. I mean, I didn't really notice that. I mean, I noticed that there were like stingrays and things like that, but and also like I feel like in the 80s there were just like less. I mean, people just drove older cars.
Yeah, they lasted longer.
Exactly. Like not everybody had a new car. It was, well, you know what? I'll give you an example. I mean, I got my driver's license in what, 86, 87, something like that. And I drove a 69 Ford Ranger pickup, and that wasn't that out of the ordinary to be driving something that was 20 years old.
I mean, you can still see that if you just go down to like Mesquite or Garland.
Right.
I don't feel like it's really even supposed to be set in a time. I feel like it's, it's directed by Tim Burton, it says. So I feel like it's like Edward Scissorhands. It's just like a different universe,
It's set in a feeling.
I don't know. Well, either way, they have to have the big meeting, right? And which is fucking hilarious because he's down there and the evidence. Here's a picture of me and my bike. Here's a picture of me and what's missing.
Here's the pen I bought the morning
before.
What's the significance?
Yeah. And then, yeah, exactly. I don't know. And he just is like, so for 3 hours, this whole thing goes on. And then, he goes to, of course, Casey's favorite place to find out what's going to happen next. The tarot card reading person.
Where they also will do your income tax.
Yeah.
According to the sign on the wall.
Is that what it said? I didn't catch that.
I want to go get that done.
That's your girl right over there.
I know.
Yeah. She wants to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do it for you right now. Oh, let me see. I'm getting a sense that you're the kind of person who doesn't like to be lied to. Am I right? Am I getting close? Yes? No? Yes? Wow. Fucking did it.
I take offense. I love psychics. It's my favorite thing ever.
It really is.
Like New Orleans, I know they're all there to scam people. I want to stop at every fucking one.
And I want to hear what they have to say.
Yeah. Well,
take my money. Look at my hands.
So I'm
getting this name of a person. It starts with A, B, C, D.
Have you ever been to a psychic?
Good.
So I'm going to tell
Have
you guys.
Have you been to a psychic,
Eric?
No.
Okay, I'm taking you to a psychic. It's
All
gonna
right.
happen.
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, so I have. We were in Jamaica when I was a kid. I was in 8th grade. And those of you who have heard me on this show talking about that time in my life, I will once again let you know I had long hair, and I looked like a girl, basically. Pretty much everywhere I went from like 4th grade to like my freshman year, people would say, "Oh, isn't she cute?" and things like that. So my parents went to a psychic, and then we all got to go in. It was something fun to do. So I went in, and I thought, okay, this will be funny. We'll just see how this goes. I'm going in there for the novelty of the whole thing. Little did I know it would actually become more funny than I could have ever imagined, because the psychic was so all-knowing that she actually thought I was a female, and then said that I was going to marry a doctor and have 2 kids from my first husband, and then have another child with my second husband. And that I would live a long, healthy life and be a great grandmother. And then
there's still time.
I walked out of
it's
the
a new world. She might not be wrong.
I walked out of there, and my mom says, "Okay, well, what did she say?" And I said, "She just had some really good stuff to say. Let me keep it to myself." My dad goes, "How's it go? How'd it go?" It went good, man. It went good.
You didn't tell him?
No, I didn't tell him till years and years later.
Oh my God. I would have laughed my ass off and told him.
No, not me. I like to keep shit like that to myself, and then you wait for it. Wait for it. Plus, the entire time we were on that cruise, you have the same waiter and like the guy who brings you your water and shit every night. And the waiter called me princess until the next night where it was formal and I wore a suit. And he was very embarrassed.
You didn't just look like Ellen DeGeneres?
I didn't. No.
His hair was longer.
Yeah, I had way more hair. But that is a true story. But all of that is 100% true. And so thus, I don't really believe in psychics. But you're here because you want something. And then she gets the bicycle. Now, did you guys know the whole time that she took his wallet? Did you guys notice that? Did you remember that? Or did you think? All right. So she says it's in the Alamo in the basement. Now, a lot of stuff happens on his journey here. He's hitchhiking and he passes out in the middle of the street and Everett just goes, "Oh, are they going to run over him?" Like,
I was wondering the same thing.
Well, I guess that'd be the end of the movie, you know?
Maybe me and Everett should have watched this
Maybe
together.
so, yeah. He literal Everett does not. He actually he really did think the next thing was really funny. So he's hitchhiking or whatever, and then Mickey picks him up and he's like, "What did you do?" He goes, "I took a knife, and you know those mattress labels that they say you're not supposed to cut off? I cut one off." And so I was writing this down, what I was going to say about it. And Casey starts to explain it to him, and he thought that shit was funny.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he went to jail.
Bad temper.
Got a bad temper. And then, but there they are on their journey, and the bike just pulls right up beside him or whatever. And he goes, "Oh, okay. So the guy driving doesn't want him to find his bike." Because he veers off the other way or whatever. And I'm like, you can't just go, yeah, every single question that they ask you.
Right.
Otherwise, you fall into that trap where, Gary one time accidentally promised his son that they were going to main event after he finished lunch. And because he wasn't listening to him talk, and found himself at main event for 7 hours. Got to be careful with that shit. You don't do the main event?
It was funny. I just got an email from Main Event, like, who's ready to get back into the main event spirit?
Right.
Never, ever again. And will I go to a place like that?
No, you don't like entertainment and fun?
I don't like entertainment and fun that's that gross. No.
Just ready to go put your fingers in some dirty holes.
That's exhibit
Me.
Hashtag raise his hand.
I am.
I just feel like that'll be the last place in a post-COVID world that I want to go.
Listen, I make half my living off ticket redemption. You will never hear me complain about anything where you can win some tickets and buy some
Oh my
shit.
God. What if they shut down Dave & Buster's before we used all our tickets?
Oh, no.
We have had like 300,000 Dave & Buster's tickets.
Yeah. So Casey and I, for a very long time, and we haven't done it in a while, actually. When we went with you guys was one of the last times we've been.
That was years ago.
It's been a bit, but they have half price Wednesday. So Casey and I would go to Dave & Buster's just as something, like I'd finish my stuff like
date day
noon, and we'd do date day. We'd go there before the kids got out of school. And so, yeah, she's not wrong. We have over 300,000 tickets and the kids don't know. And so the idea is at one point just to go in there and be like, all right, everybody's getting an Xbox for your room
Go get
today.
5 PlayStations.
Yeah, that's going to be fun at some point.
Now you got to go do it. Who knows?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, we're going to have to let's really watch that.
Yeah.
I got a basketball that has the Dave & Buster's logo on it and 2 now and laters.
Wow. Cool. A now and a later.
Dude, that is so funny because I think Jack has got that exact same prize like 5 times.
Oh God, he always gets the basketball.
Always gets the basketball. And
all this shit gets left in our car. It's such a.
I just got a brand new Dave & Buster's basketball left in my front yard.
That's
Maybe
right. I just saw that the other day. I was thinking, I wonder if we brought that over there.
Probably
but whatever. It's all community now.
See, I'm all about life lessons. I say we go, and the next time, like we have one of those days where like all of the kids are just acting up, and then we give like 3 other kids new Xboxes, and then just leave.
What now? I missed the whole thing. Like, just give them an Xbox?
If there's a day that like the trifecta and everybody's acting like assholes, then we just go give like 3 other kids Xboxes and then leave. That's like Amy's mom at Christmas. It's the best story I've ever heard in my life.
Man, my
life
mom
lessons.
Yep, my mom sticks to what she threatens.
Okay, you got to tell
She
her.
always will. I think at 3:00 in the morning on Christmas Day, my mom thinks that the house has been broken into because she hears banging and just wrapping paper. She thinks somebody's stealing something from our house. And my brother came in and woke me up, convinced me to go get all the Christmas presents, all of our Christmas presents, and take them into my bedroom and open every single one of them. I think I was probably about 6.
Oh my God.
But I vividly remember, and she busted down that door. Who knows? She could have broken it for all I know. And she came in and she was silent, looking at us because she was, first of all, scared and then super duper pissed.
Yeah.
Like just in shock, I'm sure.
And she just looked at us and said, "I'll be back in 10 minutes." And we're just sitting there terrified.
How much older is Rusty than you?
1.5 years.
Oh, okay.
So we're very close in age.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And she came back the 10 minutes later and she said, "Choose one thing that you like the most." And I picked this little baton, and I don't know what Rusty picked. And she gathered all the rest of the shit up at, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the morning and put it in the big Suburban. And then when CCA opened in Louisville, she drove all the rest of our shit there. All our Christmas presents were gone.
Right.
We never did that again.
No. Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
And
that is.
Growing up, if she said that we weren't going to go somewhere if we spoke one more word, nope, we didn't go to that place.
Yeah, I don't have the balls to do it, but I think it's fucking one of the greatest stories I've ever heard in my life.
Amazing.
Now that you're a well-adjusted adult, you know?
Yeah, it worked.
I pretty much by the time I was in, 3rd or 4th grade, I would use a razor blade and pretty much could open up all of my presents and figure out what it was and then tape it right back exactly. So, and I could do it so good. My brother would have me do his as well. So we always knew.
I always wanted to be surprised.
I
My
love
brother
the
was
surprise of
My
it.
brother was the snooper. He
Yep,
always
same.
snooped. They had to like hide the presents at our neighbor's house every year.
Yeah, my
because
mom
he would
started to
find
hide them so well she forgot where she put everything.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that definitely
and we
happened.
would get presents into March.
Yeah.
She's like, "I found another one."
Yeah.
I do think there was a certain age where he stopped snooping because you only open that wrong drawer next to your mom's nightstand one time. You know what I mean?
All right. Hey, I'm going to go to another clip here, but I'm out of water. Eric, do you need a break or?
I'm good with whatever.
Okay.
Let's take a break.
Whatever you need.
Why don't we take like a 5-minute break then and just come right back? You guys hang out. All 27 of you better be here when we get back in 5 minutes.
My mom's on here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Hi, Mom.
When I walked into Bethany's house, she goes, "Your face looks like this."
I just like
forced him to do something like awful that he did was too much for him, you know. And I was like, I swear to the right one, I just show him. Like, see, I promise. And Henry has been eating everything in sight. And the
Sean is playing Wonderwall. Thanks for hanging out. 3 of you left, and that fucking pisses me. I'm just kidding.
What's going on, officer?
We're looking for an escaped convict, ma'am.
We heard all about it on the radio. Right, honey?
Have you seen this man?
Ah! Blasting better heads on boils. No, I'm sure I'd remember the face.
Honey?
No. Would you mind stepping out of the car, ma'am?
No, not at all, officer. Some sort of problem?
No problem at all. I just wanted to take a quick look at that cute little outfit you have on.
Can't do that anymore.
Nope. Why didn't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
No camera phones back then.
You have a nice day.
You should have seen Amy's face during that entire clip.
I hate it so much.
Just like I can't think of anything that you hate right now, but that's what it is like. You just ate that, whatever it is.
Watermelon? She hates watermelon.
You do? I don't know
like
if I
it.
knew that.
I don't like it. I like the flavor. I just don't like the texture of it.
So do you like any melon?
No, because remember, we don't like those fruit cups.
Right. So in fact, so today I learned something. If you get the fruit cup from Panera, if you don't have heartburn, you can eat the pineapple. And if you put the pineapple in your mouth at the same time as the melon, it goes down easier. And then that way you get the filler, because that's what it is.
Yeah. I still don't like
elaborate.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So he's asking him like, hey, so what is there to, what do you do in prison? Oh, it's not so bad, really. Lift weights, watch TV, take showers, lift weights. And that's oh, hold on.
That is something Jaret says.
That's a big Bowling for Soup thing, actually, when we get into all that. Eric, how was your break, bud?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
The weather's super nice out right now, and just really enjoyed it. How was yours? I think that's really what people want to know.
I went to get some water, and I'm not drinking tonight, so I didn't even have to go pee. And so yeah, I filled up my water, And then I hung out and talked to the ladies, and then I got back on the computer.
Yeah, and then we just started watching that clip with the world's worst police detective ever.
Just very, very pervy. And whatever. Well, they fall asleep on the wheel at the wheel, right? And he and Everett's like, they're gonna die. And then he goes, and so then he opens up the convertible and they're kind of floating down, and he goes, oh, he's dreaming again, right, Daddy? Like,
because that could only happen.
This
in
is
a dream.
stupid.
Yep.
Basically is what he's saying.
Physics doesn't work this way.
He kicks him out, but I again, something else that I do all the time is he's in the dark and he's like, what? Then all of a sudden it's just the cartoon eyes, and I think that kind of shit is really funny because he just goes, maybe it's a dog, and then he's just like, kitty, and I do kitty, and but yeah, anyway, he opens up and all of the animal. I just think it's funny when like animals that don't even make sense are there, like just hippopotamus or whatever. Then the Large Marge thing happened. Scared the shit out of Everett, by the way.
That was a big scary thing, which I guess I didn't realize. So when the credits were rolling and it said it was a Tim Burton film, I didn't, obviously as a kid, I didn't know that.
Right.
But as you watch it, and there's so many of these little weird kind of cut scenes or look like they're dream sequences or whatever.
Yeah.
And so when the eyeballs came on, like, I didn't remember it being cartoony. I think as a kid, I just thought it was like film magic that they could see white eyeballs in a black room.
Which is so funny because that's the difference in our generations, right? Like we probably weren't even thinking about it as being any, whatever, but because Everett he goes, well, that's not even real. Those aren't even real eyes right there. That's not, like it's the joke is lost on him. It's on this particular generation.
But then he got to use his headlight glasses.
That's right. That he just got from Mario's magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there's the whole Large Marge thing as I said. And then, he goes back in the thing and it's the whole anniversary of that, which, I just think him walking into there and like, Large Marge sent me, and that whole place just stops. And then it was 10 years ago, a night just like tonight. And like, she's just got this like monument on the wall or whatever. It's just so stupid.
Yeah. Nobody's like, that can't be right. Everyone's like, it was her ghost.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Everyone at the same
Does she do this a lot?
Well, it is the 10th anniversary of her
It's a
death.
big one.
It's a big one.
Turns out it was Hank Williams the whole time.
Oh man. Wow. What a fucking deep statement. It's what's the song? Hell of a Ride or whatever.
Yeah, David Allen Coe, The
Yeah.
Ride.
You love that.
Tell me it's a long, hard ride.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He said, fella, can you pick him guitar strings?
Can you sing the blues? Can you moan the blues? Can you? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make him cry when you sing a song.
Oh man.
I saw David Allen Coe in concert at Billy Bob's Texas, and if you only know You Never Call Me by My Name and The Ride, then you don't really know just how incredibly racist and old and cranky and fucking awful he is, to the point where we just left.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit.
Oh dang.
he's terrible.
I went and saw Buddy Guy there. It was a completely different experience.
Yeah.
I like Buddy Guy.
Now like seeing a Buddy Guy show is like watching like Ozzy Osbourne, where like you can like, okay, this is where he moons everybody. Okay, he's gonna throw that bucket of water. Oh yeah, there it is. Like,
You just know.
Right. Yeah, the old it's the fake water thing. It's like watching Ozzy is like watching the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
It's the same bit.
Buddy Guy's the same way, but he's old.
Well, so he has to work off his whatever he has, and he then Simone asked him to watch the sunset, and so Everett kept asking about this conversation too, because he goes, what? Talk to me about your big butt. Like don't let your big butt. Everybody has a big butt. And
yeah, let's discuss.
And he's like looking at Casey going, what is he talking about? She goes, I don't mean, what does he mean? What and Casey's like, you got one for this one? Or whatever. Like,
What do you got?
no, he's saying that like, I don't know. Apparently it still pisses her boyfriend off, right?
No, it's because she says, I want to go to Paris, And he goes, well, let's talk about your big butt.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
everyone has an excuse
Right.
to not do things.
But Andy heard just him talking about her big old butt.
That is true.
And that forces him into some train jumping, which then gets him into the longest version of Jimmy Crack Corn, and he just fucking now Pee-wee Herman has found someone more annoying than he is, and it's the Jimmy Crack Corn guy.
Yeah, actually, when he jumped from that train, I explained to Everett, I was like, what he just did there is what happens to my brain when I hear a bunch of noises I don't like. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's a
right.
Yeah.
comparison.
This is what I wish I could do after the 5th hour of someone explaining YouTube videos to me. Is just
right. Exactly.
dive out.
And that is so that's kind of the new thing, right? Like where you're saying that Eller watches the YouTube videos and then he comes in and tells you about it, right?
Yes, or while it's in his hand, still playing.
Yeah,
and he's
he's
pointing
telling you what's happening, right? Yeah, that's an Everett thing, really. Yeah, watch it. And Everett now is wise to the fact that while I'm watching, I'm not really watching. I keep glancing down at my phone or whatever, and so he's just like, "Look, no, see, look, and then look at that. No, but really watch this part. Watch this or whatever." So then I'm really watching, and then the cat does something funny, but no, that's not the funny thing that I wanted you to see, you know. And then I start feeling guilty because I'm like, damn it, Jaret, just watch the fucking cat video. Then I'm watching the cat video, and then he's just like, okay, no, can we watch? Wait, will you watch this one? Let's go to this other one before the other thing happens and watch this cat. And then the next thing you know, we're on a cat YouTube rabbit hole.
That sounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or a cat hole, even.
They try to rewind it with the little dragging thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
But they go way too far.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah, he just started the whole thing. It's 15 minutes of cat, which I do enjoy a good cat video. Don't get me wrong. I think
Yeah, you're not a monster.
Yeah, I'm not a in no way am I the worst.
I like those animal videos where the animal does something mean and then they put the little sunglasses on them and it's like la di da di da.
Did you just make the next episode the whitest song?
Yeah, lost you all.
That is
It's the motherfucking Snoop D-O-double-G.
In 1836, 200 Texas volunteers, including such heroes as Davy Crockett, Bill Travis, and Jim Bowie, fought off an onslaught of 4,000 Mexican troops under the command of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. At this time, I'd like to conclude our tour, and I mean it. Y'all have been one of the greatest groups I have ever worked with, really. Okay, are there any questions? Yes.
Where's the basement?
Excuse me?
Aren't we going to see the basement?
There's no basement at the Alamo.
This tour of the Alamo still is my favorite part of the entire movie to this day. That whole Jan Hooks character is so good. I was crying laughing before she even got to the part where I was gonna laugh because she just like, well, this is Pedro and Inez, and as you can see, Inez is very proud of the clay pot that she's made, and I am in tears, crying.
Pee-wee's in the back, just roll that head back, rolling his eyes, like, come on.
Yeah,
on.
But
get to the basement, lady.
And the two dudes in the cowboy hats are like annoyed with him because they're trying to listen, right?
And why are they so close?
and she goes, do we have any Mexican Americans with us today? And well, Buenos Dias. Buenos Dias. And everybody repeats after.
Which Everett did not like her pronunciation.
No, he did not. No, he didn't. No, he corrected her.
Yeah, he did. He corrected her.
Yeah, that's the gag. It's just how awful she is. General Lopez de Santa Anna.
But what's funny is
exactly.
like there's just so many of these like little fucking Texas things that I don't think anybody else in the world, unless you're from Texas, understands like exactly how like it's not really that over exaggerated.
No.
Like
No,
stars at night or big and bright.
Yeah.
Like everybody's gonna do it.
Well, after
I
this
remember
movie,
the Alamo, and they're all like, "Woo!" Like that's so true.
after this movie came out, that was a thing though. Like when people from other places would be like, hey, when y'all do that thing where well, I guess they're not Texas, but they'd be like, hey, if y'all do the thing starts, well, people clap. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to do that at the mall and stuff. Like we went all the time, like just to see who would do it. And people everywhere just what? Like
I mean, if somebody
it's
did that to me
involuntary.
now, I would do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Replaced only by so no one told you life was gonna be this way. Right?
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Texas.
Yeah.
How many claps are supposed to be there?
I think it was 5, wasn't it?
It's 4.
It's 4, but a lot of people do 5, but it's 4.
Now we got that. I argued that one at trivia and we got it right.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. Clap,
Yeah,
clap, clap,
I
clap.
hear 5 in my head, but I know you're right because
Yeah.
you look.
Oh, okay. I've never thought about it.
I
before.
100. Yeah, I had to fight for that one because I'm not the biggest Friends trivia guy, but I know that
But
fucking
you're really
song.
into the Rembrandts.
Yeah, and their toothpaste.
I
Love it.
celebrate their entire catalog. The
Yeah.
Friends song, I'll Be There For You.
Well, then he sees Simone off to. She's off to Paris, and boy, I'm going to tell you, I did not remember the Simone character being as annoying as she is. For some reason, the over the topness was lost on me when I was a child. But boy, howdy, did I find her annoying in this movie.
Hey, what payway?
I know you're going to find your bike. Then Dottie, he calls Dottie, and I. It's so funny because I get this in my head all the time. But oh hey Speck, I know. Okay, Speck. It's like
Put Dottie back on.
Put Dottie back on, and oh man, I love it. But I love how he's like, wire me a bus ticket. Oh, the connection's bad, and then of course Andy shows up, fucks it all up again. Now let's see.
Oh, Dottie was on Friends. I remember that. She was Phoebe's old music partner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
I only knew that because of the Tommy Pickles thing, not because of this.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hope we didn't just get cut off because I just sang that song. That would be fucking crazy.
That would be funny.
I don't know. Are we still on? So when I usually get this, when I get the new comments thing, it usually means that we're
No,
on.
Oh yeah,
still
we're
on.
we're kicked off.
Oh, really? I
What?
thought it was 24. Like,
Oh yeah, I do too. It didn't for a second. That's weird.
Hold on.
let's see.
Let's see what's up.
I
Before
think we're fine.
You think we are?
That was
I
weird.
think we are.
And then it went back to the little eyeball.
Okay. Well, my eyeball thing is still on there and the counter's still going, but my chat is not working.
My chat's going.
Okay.
Yeah, there
Cool.
we go.
Vinny hates Friends.
And Laura said, we
Laura
are
Gordon's
still here.
Okay, good. Mine will catch up then. So then he finds himself. I just think all of these little vignettes are really funny, and it's each one of them has their own little personality. But here he finds himself dressed up as Lloyd Fletcher, and he's
Riding Volcano.
riding Volcano. He's like, "That's you, cousin." And they just like on the horse going right.
He's going for a new rodeo record.
Yeah.
He's going for a new world record.
And then he's just like, what's your name, son? I don't know. Where are you from? I don't know. Anything you can remember? I remember the Alamo. Yeah! Everybody's so stoked.
The whole time I was like, we've got to take Everett to a rodeo. Like we've never taken him, and like how is he going to be the proper kind of Texas entitled? If
Yeah.
we
How
don't
do
give
you
him all
think
the
he would do?
experiences?
Do you think he would enjoy it?
I think we should go to
Watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Just like the Louisville rodeo.
Yeah.
Don't they just do that on weekends every
I
weekend
don't
or
go to
something?
Louisville.
Yeah, the Mesquite Rodeo is the big one around here,
Yeah,
right?
we do one in Louisville.
Yeah, I think I'm just saying like a small one before you let go for the gusto or whatever. Because I won't go watch the roping at all. Like I will not sit there and watch that. But I'll watch anything. I'll
the
watch
riding.
them
Yeah, you
ride.
can go watch like bull riding in Fort Worth like all the time.
I don't
Yeah.
think Henry would be okay with it. I think he'd be really concerned. the
About,
whole
with the
time.
riding,
Like,
worried
yeah,
about the guy.
The
Yes.
animal or the dudes?
Yeah.
the dudes.
I
He'd
think
be
Everett
worried
would
about
be really
them.
stoked about the clowns.
Like he'd be
Yeah.
worried that they might bleed.
Yeah, well, that's a concern actually. Yeah, the Wichita Falls rodeo was actually pretty good, and at least back then.
we didn't have a rodeo. We had a tractor pull. That's about
In
it.
White, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Tractor
aunt's
pull
house
comes
was
through.
right by the tractor pull.
What do
Tractor
you
pull
do?
comes through a couple times a year.
What? You just drive a tractor.
They literally just pull shit.
Yeah, they pull things.
That's it.
It's like up a sled, though, isn't it? Like it has a attachment on the back, and
the attachment is essentially like putting more and more pressure into the ground or whatever. So like basically it's testing how far you can take this thing before it's completely dug into the ground or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, but
So
I'll
we'll
tell
just
you,
go there, right, Amy? Like, sure,
I'll tell you a
sure.
redneck thing that's actually really fun is that Monster.
Oh, Monster Jam.
Monster
That shit
Jam
is so fun. Oh, man.
fun as shit. Like we had a blast.
I had a group of friends who had I don't know if it was a client deal or something like that, but they had gotten these like really badass, supposedly badass tickets to a NASCAR event, and they were like, fuck it, let's just go. This will be hilarious. So they made it a white trash bash. They all tried to dress up as hillbilly as they could to go and like roll their eyes and make fun of it. And they came back. They were like, it was the fucking most fun I've ever had in my entire life.
Right.
Like
That's
it was
awesome.
great. Like I've always wanted to do that.
My nephew, when he was younger, we didn't have kids yet, and he was super into this Monster Jam. And I was like, oh, God, Derek, if we have kids, I hope they don't like this Monster Jam crap because I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
And then Henry, of course, gets into it, and we go to this Monster Jam for the first time. I was like, Henry, shut up, it's starting.
Yeah.
And it's so loud. I
he's
just, like, feeling it. Oh my God, I want his autograph.
Yeah. Oh, so much fun.
It was awesome.
So much fun. Yeah.
You remember that time that Ozzy bit the head off of the Alamo?
Oh,
That's exactly what it did. Yeah.
And then peed on the bat.
He took a big piss on a bat. Yeah, that's right. That did happen.
And that's how everyone got coronavirus.
Yep.
Man, fucking Ozzy. So then he stumbles into the private club of the Satan's Helpers, and then he does the shh, I'm trying to use the phone.
I like the idea that they're helpers. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
Satan's Helpers. And but yeah, that brings so one thing that you might not, if anybody is listening to this and you were into Texas wrestling, towards the end of World Class Championship Wrestling, there was a wrestler called the One Man Gang, and he's in this scene. He's like the main biker, and I remember like seeing this for the first time, and it's when you didn't really know that they were actors or that they had other things, you know what I mean? Like I think I still thought it was real and shit. And I remember
I saw a video with one of his brothers called like the 5-Man Gang.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bang.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. That's different.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a different guy. But man, that dude, what a
besides Kerry Von Erich,
yeah.
who was your favorite WCCW wrestler?
Well, of course, I loved all of his brothers, and that I did really liked the bad guys. Like I liked the Freebirds. I liked gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, and things. But of course, I always loved the Iceman, King Parsons, and in fact, here we go. Here, this is a big one.
That is something Jaret says.
So the sometimes my kids will be like, hey, why is this? And I'll go, well, it's like my mama always used to tell me. It bees that way sometime. Have mercy. Because that's what Iceman used to say all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
How many of the fabulous Freebirds can you still name? I'll go first, and then you have to name a different one.
Okay.
I'll take Michael P.S. Hayes.
Okay. Well, Terry Gordy.
Buddy Roberts.
That's right. Very good. I always liked when the touring guys would come through too, because I liked the Rock and Roll Express just because they were called the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, and they had the bandanas tied around their arms and legs.
Jimmy Snuka would come here sometimes, and
Great Kabuki.
Kabuki and Kamala actually started here, like, and the Missing Link came here a bunch. So yeah, I mean, I was super big into it, and anyway, if you guys were into that kind of thing and you're a listener, check that out because it's the One Man Gang. He kind of, again, towards kind of the end of the whole thing, I feel like pretty late. But yeah, so he's going to get the shit kicked out of him, but he does the tequila dance. And I didn't remember where he does the break dance, and he just starts throwing shit off the bar.
And they all start laughing.
Yeah. They all love it. Right. And
I like before that when they go, I say we hang him, then we kill him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I say we let him go.
No. Yeah. The one guy's like, I say we stomp him, tattoo him, hang him, and then we kill him. So good, man.
I like the videos that go around. I mean, I get it's probably been burnt out now, but there was a video that went around of a guy that would go and do tequila at karaoke.
Oh, that it never gets old.
Yeah,
I think that's
that
hilarious.
is hilarious.
Stand
I'm
there.
just mad that I didn't think of it first.
Oh,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, apparently Perry Grip does that. Of course, that's right up that dude's. That's in his wheelhouse. So they give him a motorcycle, which is really nice, and then he ends up in the hospital. Like
he just kickstarts it, and everyone goes crazy.
And I mean, the wipeout is pretty gnarly too. Like that stuntman was good because it really was doing the thing where like that bike is out of control. He's fucked.
This is when Derek came downstairs and started making lunch, and he was crying during that. And that's where I started to laugh.
So good, man. And so then the actor Kevin gets the bike from Mr. Hawthorne. So for some reason, I just blanked that Hawthorne character out. I remembered that he got the bike, but I didn't remember that there's a meeting later. They sign him to the movie, or that he gives him the chili dog. None of that.
Nope.
But yeah, you didn't either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't.
So that was all like just this completely just. I don't know. I completely blocked all of that.
I think as a kid, you're more interested in all the hijinks and the hilarity, and not this. And he's a very minor character. He's the one standing there that gives him the bike, and then he's only in 2 other scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's in the episode where he's like, after he's like, I'm really sorry this happened, and but we're not there yet. But anyway, we find out that this Kevin is a little shit. And where he's just like, doesn't it look like I'm ready? I've been ready since first call. Roll. Isn't he the older brother on Wonder Years?
Yeah, he is.
That's where I knew him from.
Yeah. And then the
I
Milton
love that show.
Milton
Me
Berle
too.
cameo is great too, where the Milton Berle is Uncle Milty is just walking through the parking lot or whatever, and he cracks the joke, and Peewee just keeps going, and he's like looking back, who the fuck is this guy, right? So good. I love it. I really like it. Sorry guys, I should have had this queued up. I didn't. Oh shit, I didn't realize that I already had. I'm sorry, I talked over this this clip, Sean. I didn't realize we had this.
Oh no.
Yep. The whole fucking show's ruined.
God bless it.
Oh no, we didn't. We didn't. This is just the part after.
Goodbye, Mother Superior. Goodbye, Rusty. And God bless you. Thank you, Mother Superior. I want the orphanage to have my bike.
No, Rusty. You sold a lot of magazine subscriptions to earn that bike.
But I want to give, sister. I have just received the 2 best parents a boy could ever hope for.
Oh, Rusty, you are an inspiration to us all.
I'll say. I'm going to start a paper route right now.
Hey, stop that nut!
There was Mr. Hawthorne in the back again too. He's
I
just-
thought that was Bob Saget.
Oh, you did? Yes. Oh, it did look like him actually. That's funny. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then there's the giant movie lot chase, where it's just, this is insane. And this probably is a lot of the budget actually, because they go through some crazy shit here. But he moves the movie set wall like into the area where the golf cart's coming, and they just go right through it.
Like
and
fucking Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a real life Looney Tunes.
Totally. And then they go through a beach movie and a Christmas movie and a Godzilla movie and then a freaking Twisted Sister video.
You're gonna burn in hell.
Exactly. And like, so this is 85. So like I'd been into metal for, a couple of years at this point. So like for me, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. So then
I'm surprised my parents let me watch this, considering that Twisted Sister was in there singing about hell.
Yeah, there's a couple of things in this movie though where like, I mean, there's sexual innuendo and some things like that too, where I'm surprised as well.
Yeah,
snuck one past the goalie, buddy.
Oh well.
So the pet shop's on fire. What are you gonna do? You got to go rescue the pets. And so Everett, I think this is his last chime in here. He goes, "Oh, he's not going to save the poor snakes." Because he just keeps going by him, just looking at him like, oh, Gross.
If I ever see a pet store that has a chimp in a cage,
right,
I am calling the police.
Yeah.
You don't even because here's why pet stores don't even have pets anymore. You know, like they have hamsters.
Yeah. Food.
And snake food. Yeah.
Hamsters.
And fish. Oh, hamsters. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
They have the little, yes, exactly. They sell fish and snake food. That's it. But yeah, I mean, I remember like we actually, when I was a kid, not a chimpanzee, but we had pet stores that had like chinchillas and
ferrets. Have those.
And dogs.
And you could play with them all.
Yeah. Just play with them all the time.
You can get like dogs and cats aren't really a thing ever at that Petland where there's all the protesters outside all the time up the road. But there are, you can still get like chinchillas and guinea pigs.
Oh yeah, guinea pigs are still at like PetSmart.
Yeah,
they had ferrets at the PetSmart over by my house.
I want to go
Full on. No, they smell so bad.
Amy she's a ferret owner. Ferrets. She's had them.
Oh Christ.
She's a ferret lady.
Yeah, you're just not doing
No, I'm not doing anything right or wrong because I don't have any ferrets because they're fucking gross.
Yeah, her name was Noodle. She was the best ferret ever.
She used to steal her underwear.
The best. What is it with you and fucking pets that steal your underwear?
Listen.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, because last summer, Derek had to pull the rest of her underwear out of one of their dogs.
Asshole.
Out of her asshole. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, good
little nature experience for the children.
Yeah. It's not near as sexy as it sounds.
Well, you've never seen
it.
it.
You weren't there.
I mean, I'm finding it hard, but not impossible to jerk off to this.
Come on, man. Just a couple more beers. You know, you'll be
a couple more beers will make it worse.
They were blue. Does that help?
Oh God.
Oh God.
There it is.
Show's over. Hey, we lost Eric. What the fuck happened?
Oh.
Was it?
Getting the chills.
All right, here we go. 2 more clips, guys.
And here's one of them.
I can explain everything, Mr. Hawthorne.
Call me Terry. Peewee, Warner Brothers thinks your story would make a fantastic movie.
My story? A movie?
Okay.
My bike! Peewee! Daddy!
So, we have a deal?
Deal!
I mean, he really struck that deal quick. You know, like I would have advised him to get an agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the contract terms, perhaps, just at least in general terms, and then get into the specifics. Also, have you ever, Jared, in any of your meetings with record executives or any of the numerous people, ever sat down with someone who clipped their fingernails while talking to you?
No. That's always
a fucking power move.
It's always over sushi. And I didn't eat sushi back then. So it was fucking weird.
One time I went to get some hair product and came back and a client was cutting her fingernails with my scissors.
No.
Oh.
Can I just say this though? Those fucking scissors cost $1,000.
Yeah. So what do you?
Yeah, that's what I would.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being facetious about this. Anyway, I'm like to me it'd be like it'd be like somebody using one of my guitars for a fucking TV tray.
It was like, I mean, you have to get them like professionally sharpened, like and like adjusted and stuff. I mean, I was like, and she, I mean, just grabbed them, and they're fucking sharp as shit. I've literally cut like the corner of my finger off with them.
Yeah.
I also had a boyfriend who used them to curl ribbon at Christmas. I was like, I fucking can't.
Oh my God.
My dad cut my fingernails with his pocket knife a few times.
Also, who just cuts their nails while they're getting their hair cut?
Yeah, like, oh, I also need a manicure while I'm here.
Fuck.
Yeah, I have 1,000% turned into my grandfather who would clean out his under his fingernails with his pocket knife.
Yep.
And then grab an apple and just cut a slice off and
Yeah, see, that wouldn't bother me. I don't think they'd be fine.
I can't do that.
Or my dad gets the hanky out of his pocket and blows his nose and then puts it back, and then you scrape your knee. He's like, "Oh, I'll get the blood off. Here, let me just wipe that off."
Yeah. we talked about that recently about like that generation will be the last of the handkerchief.
Of the hankies.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I didn't realize this, but the Geek said that this is Tim Burton's first film. I did not realize that.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
That does explain a lot, though. Like the one sequence or whatever where he's like, where Francis is the devil, or like I was like, well, you could have cut this for them. I mean, they're really, I'm not even really certain why that's in there at all.
The doctor pulls the mask off, and he's got the clown painting.
Yeah.
It's that, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like as a kid, you don't know anything about directors and all of that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know, kind of seemed like it all went together. The whole thing was silly and weird, and so that was it. But yeah, knowing it's Tim Burton, we can see it.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know that it was Tim Burton when I was watching earlier today. You guys told me that just recently. So when I was watching, I was just going, how the fuck did this make it past the, I mean, sure, they didn't have another funny thing for him to drive through during the chase. Like what happened?
Yeah, we could have used one more.
Thanks, buddy. Now, so I found it funny to actually take note this time of what he actually did. He goes to the snack bar, right? None of these people could go for themselves. So he has to deliver popcorn to the bike guys, a chili dog to Mr. Hawthorne, homeless guy gets snow cones, and then Mickey gets a soda and 1 foot long. Yeah.
With a, what is chisel? Not a chisel. File.
The file thing, right? And then, of course, Morgan Fairchild was nothing to shake a stick at back in the day. So Pete up in Morgan.
Who's that? James Brolin, who plays Peewee.
I don't think that's James Brolin. James Brolin was in Goonies, right?
Oh, I thought it was Burt Reynolds.
It's not Burt Reynolds. Who the fuck is it?
I don't know. I didn't recognize that guy actually.
Yeah, it's
James Brolin.
Oh, it is?
Wait, who?
What else was he in?
Wasn't he on like not Dynasty, Falcon Crest or
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense because she was on one of those shows too. So is that Josh Brolin's dad?
I believe so, yeah.
Unbelievable. This just in.
Around that time. Oh, he was the lead in the Amityville Horror.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
yeah,
good
that's
movie.
a good movie. Yeah.
Both of them.
I don't know if I guess I saw the remake.
I saw the remake because Ryan Reynolds gets out of the water in white pajama pants.
Hello. Yeah.
He was not in Falcon Crest or any of those. So I don't know. Fuck me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I recognized him.
Yeah, I didn't. How good is Pee Wee Herman in the movie? Where he just,
that's where I laughed out loud.
Yeah, where he's just like looking at the camera the whole time and
hating Mr. Herman.
Yeah,
mouthing the other person's
exactly.
lines. Oh, that got
So
me.
fucking good, man. So good.
I see what pajama pants you're talking about.
Yeah, look it up.
Hating Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman.
You have a telephone call.
So good, man. And then the one of the best lines ever, you're such a pushover. I know you are, but what am I? Right? Pretty good.
Yeah. Well, how does he end up? So he spent the whole movie basically ignoring Dottie the entire time, but then they're just a couple at the end.
Well, when he calls her back, he's going to ask her out. He just couldn't get up the nerve. When he calls from the road, he's like, I got to ask you something. When I get back, will you still help me find my bike? I want to ask you something else. Like he's going to ask her out. So they end up being a cute little couple.
I think she's pushy. No means no, Dottie.
Yeah.
Well,
Not back then.
I don't think she's in the sequel. So
she had a fire in her eye and in her heart. And can we blame her for that?
In her
Absolutely
crotch,
not.
I think,
Oh,
also.
Is that a Garth Brooks song?
And in the crotchal reason.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. I just always everything reminds you of that creepy song with the old lady.
Had the need to feel the thunder.
Oh, yes.
If you watch Ozark, that's actually happening right now.
Spoiler.
In the fire in her eyes. You hate that song because of the leather hands.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't know why. I'm like, what the fuck's going on
That's
with
the
her
first
hands?
thing I think of when I hear that song is the leather hands.
Yeah, she watched her or he felt her hands of leather turn into like velvet.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Gross. Both of those gross textures for hands. Fucking velvet hit that.
Look at Phil Hartman here, by the way.
He wrote this, co-wrote this.
Hey, oh, this is the bike. Hey, how about a picture of me sitting on it?
I don't think that's such a good idea.
I don't think that's your decision. If it wasn't for me, none of this would have happened to you. Right, Peewee?
Well, sorta.
Then it's okay if I sit on it. Right, Peewee? Come on, Peewee. Everybody's waiting.
Well, okay.
Good. Now, everyone, gather around. Let me show you some of the more high-tech features.
You don't want to get mixed up with a guy like me. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel.
Come on, Dottie. Let's go.
Let's go. Don't you want to see the rest of the movie?
I don't have to see it, Dottie. I lived it.
You know, good thing about that Phil Hartman. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that he would have helped write this, but you know, he obviously went on to be on the television show as well, and he's the guy that lived in the TV, and then
Did we talk about Francis playing John Wayne Gacy?
no,
That's why I hated his face so much. He was the 2003 Gacy.
that makes sense.
Okay, first of all, I haven't seen that, and I need to.
Yeah.
Because I think that guy's crazy.
That makes sense.
He
But-
was also in Teen Wolf or Teen Wolf 2. One of them.
He's like a giant toddler in this movie. That's why I just couldn't stand him.
Well, so you know, watching this back, was a lot of fun for me. I really enjoyed it a lot. To me, it actually aged really well. It didn't seem like it was like one of those where, you know, everybody's just going to take a shit on it or whatever. So, you know, I really enjoyed it. So great pick. Eric, what did you think going back and revisiting one of your childhood favorites?
I mean, I definitely found it a little more annoying as an adult than I did as a child. There was parts of it that I was just like, oh, okay. But I laughed a lot, and it just brought back a lot of memories of, you know, sleepovers and me and my brother just being silly and watching that and doing the voices and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, it was just such a huge part of my life growing up, that, yeah, I was glad to have watched it again, even the parts that, you know, maybe I didn't appreciate as much now. I was still super glad that we got to watch it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I just what an interesting character too, that he, you know, developed and became, you know, I think it's cool that Kurt brought that up, because I wouldn't have remembered that for this, but just that he was, you know, a more adult oriented comedian, you know, friends with Cheech and Chong and in their movies and stuff. And then, you know, I mean, dude, in Cheech and Chong's next movie, he's like all hopped up on the cocaine, and you know, so there's that. So your first watch, Amy, it was a little tough.
Yeah, not my favorite.
No,
I do think it would have been a lot better if I watched it with somebody, especially Derek or
Everett.
We could have asked each other questions the whole time.
Yeah, but probably not something you're gonna watch again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be funny if your kids get all into it now.
Oh God. Well, I'll just put them on their iPads.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, Casey, you thought you had seen this, but you hadn't.
No, I had seen some Pee Wee Herman stuff, but I think it was like the more adult things. I kind of thought like I'd watch this and get like some flashbacks, but like I said, I think I got it confused with like Ernest Goes to Jail. Like, you know, like that. Yeah. So
I mean, I would watch that too for sure.
Yeah, the first Ernest movie is fucking great. Is that
Ernest Goes to Camp?
Yeah, I used to watch
that one is awesome.
I've never seen that.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, Pee Wee Herman's fucking annoying. That's just all there is to it. But it doesn't take. I mean, this movie it is what it's supposed to be. Like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So
Yeah.
I get it. It's kind of, and the Tim Burton thing makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I'm not going to watch it anymore.
You have to give us your Rotten Tomatoes. Did you like it more than you hated it, or hated it more than you liked it?
I don't know. I went outside.
Remember, this has got an 89%. So
That blew my mind.
89% of the people liked it more than they hated
I feel like all those people watched it as a kid.
it. Maybe you're in the 11%, you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I actually would. I think you watched it under the wrong circumstances.
I think so, too.
Had you watched it with us or with Derek the whole time or whatever, just so. But this would be a tough one to just realize in 2020. I really do think that's the nostalgia got me on this, man. Just all of the classic lines from it, and of course, having seen this movie probably 150 fucking times. Yeah. So Sean already told us what he thinks. We don't have to revisit that. Some mail popped in. That's nice. Okay.
Hey, do you want to do my pre-synopsis first?
Oh shit. Sorry, buddy. I totally went over that. I've been dragging it down into okay, so this is what Eric thought the movie was going to be about.
Man-child Pee Wee Herman's beloved bike is stolen, so he sets out on a cross-country adventure to find it. Along the way, he encounters an eclectic cast of characters that help him on his journey.
I just gotta wait till the sound cuts off and then I'll know. But yeah, very good. Okay, you've proven that you had seen it. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make that bit. From now on, we're only gonna do the bit if you've never seen it, or if you're seeing it for like you've maybe seen it once, but it was 20 years ago or something like that.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's your movie, it doesn't make sense to do that bit.
I can't wait for Peggy Sue Got Married because it's there in the title.
That's it.
I've never seen it, so
so that is a fucking good one for you to do your synopsis. Yeah. That one will be super interesting. Actually,
am I allowed to ask around?
Movies in a row? No, you just gotta guess. Doing all those mob movies in a row is like kind of thing too, because he could just use the same one over and over again, and most of the time it was right.
Yeah, they're either infiltrating the mob or it just.
Yeah. All right.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Eric?
Yeah, well, I didn't see any emails in here, but now I do. So.
Okay.
Hey, all. Couple of things. I really loved the Detroit Rock City episode. Loved it. I'm still trying to catch up, by the way. Also, I love the new acoustic bit. Love it. It reminds me of the old Jaret Show live podcasts. I sometimes download one of them to listen to if I'm doing a long drive on my own and sing along till my throat hurts. Loving this season 2, and keep up the good work, and thanks for all your hard work, from Jimmy Walker, who used to say dynamite, I do believe.
Dynamite! Thank you, Jenny. That's super fun. Yeah, so I did a residency here at a little bar for a while, and so I started just putting them all. We would record them at this bar called Hat Tricks, and I just put it out as a podcast, and it was super fun. So those are available actually. If you go back, it's just called the Jaret Show back then. It's on the same RSD though as Bowling for Soup fan page Rampage. But thank you. Yeah, I like that she's catching up and she's in on this new season. And man, just wait. The acoustic stuff gets even better. And don't forget, Stage It Show. June the 30th. We will be doing a Stage It Show and playing songs from a lot of the movies that we missed doing songs for. So go ahead.
If my COVID test does not come back positive tomorrow, then we will do that on the 30th.
Did you get one done?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah,
Friday. It's the worst day to find out that you need to go take care of that at like 3:00 on a Friday afternoon. and your doctor's about to close for the weekend and all of that garbage. Anyway, next up, this is the greatest podcast ever. Jaret, are you listening?
Yeah.
You are my favorite musician ever. Every time I hear your voice, it makes me happy, and I want to run all the way to Texas just to give you a big hug. Casey, I think you're so funny. I don't know if you know this, but I am also a big Slipknot fan. Did you know they wear masks on stage? That's not their real faces.
What? How can I know that if they liked them or not? I don't know who wrote it yet.
Such a good bit.
Did you add that part?
No.
Oh.
Eric, you're just the best. Your voice is perfect for podcasts. It's so soothing and warm, like a blanket that I use when I listen. And when I get your jokes that you make, they are really, really, really funny. I also like when you play guitar and sing. And Sean, you are pretty cool too, man. I have a suggestion. I don't know if you remember, but I'm from Iowa. How about a month of movies that take place in Iowa? You could do Field of Dreams. I know Eric likes baseball, and it would probably make Jaret cry. Children of the Corn. If you squint, I kind of look like one of the creepy corn kids. The Slipknot documentary, Unmasked All Out Life. I think Casey would really like this one. And Slipknot is from Iowa. Not sure if anyone knew that. Cedar Rapids. I haven't seen this one yet, but I have been to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And last but not least, Fanboys. I don't know why, but I really relate to this film. You guys are the best. I can't wait to hear Eric read this email. P.S. I really love when that cool guy Vinny writes into the show. His enthusiasm puts a smile on my face every time. P.S. Postscript. Sorry, Casey, but you really need to be a bugger Slipknot fan. Love, cool guy from the 515.
I feel like we should scrap the other movie ideas and just do Field of Dreams. What was the second one? Children of the Corn. And then we should do like signs, like anything that involves like cornfields, you know? That should be like our voting.
Just fields. Yeah. Just fields.
Doesn't he like mow down the cornfields?
Yeah,
to make the
totally.
Field of Dreams? Yeah. And then like what are just movies with cornfields?
Cornfield August coming up.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, thank you for that, for a wonderful email. You can, wait, we got another surprise little thing. We got a video submission here.
I don't know why he'd want to ruin the magic by telling me they wear masks, you know?
They just don't.
That's the whole illusion of it, right?
Ugh.
Okay, here we go. Why isn't that working? Hold on, guys. I'm going to figure out why I can't make that full screen. 1 second. Oh, what a pain in my assholes.
Both.
What? Both my assholes? Oh my God! Look what I did!
Inception.
Ah!
Ah!
Can you guys
what have
see
you
that?
been watching on your computer?
Okay, I don't know what the fuck I just did. Okay, so I'm sharing this screen now.
I know what you did. You accidentally went to Pornhub.con and got yourself a virus.
Whoopsie.
That's funny.
You know you can't go to Congolese porno sites.
Okay, so do y'all see? Okay, so if I just make this thing, I just want
Jaret, click on the YouTube logo right there,
okay,
and then maximize it.
Oh, good evening. I have been inundated with requests in regards to the greatest game show on earth from numerous individuals. How do you keep winning? What is your secret to success? I want a pocket plaque too. Well, after months of deliberation and libations, I have decided to give up my secret to success. So please, tune in, watch closely, and order now. And you too can become a winner.
Are you tired of not winning at 5 questions? Does your continued losses make you contemplate your meaningless existence? Do you find yourself looking in the mirror after your loss and hating the loser you become, asking, why me, God? Why can't I be a winner? Well, your wait is over. For only a limited time, get Homer Hagar Chambers' Guide to Winning. Available exclusively only on the Jaret Goes to the Movies Patreon website, you can now purchase your own copy of How to Be a Winner on 5 Questions with 6 Questions and a high score of 7 and not a fucking loser that didn't win for a limited time. This guide of How to Be a Winner on 5 Questions with 6 Questions and a high score of 7 and not a fucking loser that didn't win will be individually numbered for everyone sold. With a limited run of only 6 million copies, you don't want to be the one left out and sitting in the loser column week after fucking week. Each copy is filled with useful and amazing tips like Step 1. Watch the fucking movie. Step 2. Watch the fucking movie. Step 3. Take notes on the movie on questions you think the hosts might ask. Yellow. Number 4. Don't fall asleep during the movie. Wake the fuck up, douchebag! And other great ideas that will make you a winner. And not the one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. And you, too, can own this amazing tutorial for one easy payment of $199.99. Or, if you act now, 4 easy installments of only $62.37. That's right. Who cares about food? About electricity.
Puppy.
What the fuck? Or your great Mama's funeral service. R.I.P. Mama.
Oh, no.
When you can look on your wall and see the credit card size plaque that confirms, baby, you done won something.
Oh God, I just spit everywhere.
Oh, but don't take my word for it. Of course I would sell my own product that's got my name on it. Endorsed by me. Instead, take a look at these other reviews from people who you may recognize from the podcast and know that they, too, enjoy my secret to success.
Hi, my name is John Giggler. You may know me as the Tickler. I'm the guy who wears a cat on the 5 questions. I owe my success to following the basic tenets outlined in this here DVD set of instructions. I'm a winner, thanks to this DVD. Hi, I'm Tony Josh Millman. Most think I got by with my good looks and the non-platonic crush Eric has on me. But it wasn't. I got my plaque thanks to this DVD. Greetings. I'm Greg Lee. The Air Force taught me many things. How to plan the demise of small countries, how to fly like an eagle, and the proper way to remain in a chair at all times. But it was this DVD, not the Air Force, that made me a 5 questions champion. Hello, subjects. It's I, Wendy, in the podcast. The pedants would have you believe that I cheated to get a plaque, but that's just poppycock. As the secret is out, I must decree that if you want to win like me, you must use this DVD to ever have a chance against Queen Wendy. Jaret Goes Movies does not support nor condone this blatant cash grab. Will grace take all proceeds from stupidity. Purchase does not guarantee winning, and all claims of winning due to buying this are complete and utter bullshit. Cash on demand and personal check will not be accepted because it's 2020. Due to COVID-19 pandemic and reduction of postal services and people giving a shit, we will not be able to fill any orders until 2025. Please know that we will not ask for your addresses. We do not ever intend to publish this guide and only want more money to buy a computer. We don't use and title all the equipment to the new lightning rod we put on the roof to short out any episodes we decide suck. Also, we need a 4th moat because somebody told Vinny where we live. All endorsements and representations were done for you and in no way actually reflect the real reason for anyone winning.
Oh my God, my cheeks.
Holy hell.
Oh my God.
That was elaborate. Oh my God.
Oh man. Just all my
That was so
my
good.
face fucking
I know, my
hurt.
jaw hurts.
My
Holy
teeth
shit.
are dry and my cheeks are cramping.
Oh my God.
I put more effort into that than I put into my actual job this week so far.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, same.
Dude, just the fucking
We need to make that thing our new notebook that we send out.
that is so funny. Oh my God, man. Woody, that is, I mean, I was literally, my face fucking hurts. Oh my Lord. That was fucking awesome. And good for anybody who made the cut with him. If he named you or did an impression of you. Holy shit. Fucking did it. Sean, we got to get permission to put that out. That's awesome. I love it.
Cool.
Woody, thank you so very, very much, man. What an amazing tribute. And yeah, I got your pocket-sized plaques right over here, buddy. I really do. Anything else, guys, before we everybody's like, hey, they're ending early, and we kind of are. That first of all, that's what happens when I don't drink. And secondly, that's what happens when I don't drink. So, you guys will be happy to know that I have joined AA. I'm just kidding. I'm no quitter. Hey, this has been fun. Great movie, Eric. Fucking A. And everybody in the chat room, seriously, I really do feel like we're a family here, and it's a lot of fun. So if we only get 27 people in here a week, I'm super happy. Those of you listening on your radio, you're really missing out. Amy, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Sean, thanks for being the goddamn best. Casey, let's go watch The Sopranos.
Oh.
And Eric, I don't want to hang out after the show tonight. I'm still
I agree.
I'm still recovering from last time, but I do miss you, buddy. Hey, everybody, we'll see you down the road.
Cheers.
Oh shit! Thanks for sharing, everybody. Vinny Cataldo, Woody Chambers, Chris Pulse, Carrie Lynn Abner, Alan Tyson, Barry, the original $1 cunt Ferguson, Laura Gorton, Joey Bishop, Hunter Cagle. Is that a fake one?
It doesn't sound.
Oh god,
that guy is in our producers list every week.
Hunter Cagle.
Yes.
Oh, Chance Anderson, Jared Spear, Robert Newsom, Chris Pulse, Josh Foley, Hera Balsack. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
sorry, Hunter. MBG Facebook page. I gotta get the fuck out of here. We'll see you down the road. Thanks for hanging with us, guys. We'll see y'all Friday.
Toodaloo.
With Casey's mom.
With Casey's mom.
That's right. We will have
Casey's mom.
Talk to you later, buddy. Y'all both need to sign out real quick. Oh, Casey, sign out real quick of the broadcast if you don't mind.
Oh.